The federal government has announced plans to review the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road project to reduce costs and scale down the links from 10 to 6. The Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, revealed that the project requires substantial revision due to variation in the original design and unforeseen challenges. These challenges, according to the Minister of Works, include the evacuation of refuse up to 10 meters deep and backfilling affected areas. Permit me to laugh first because this was forthcoming. If you follow my channel very well, you will recall that when this project filtered the airways, I made a number of videos about this project, and I specifically mentioned that this project is a white elephant project. I said that this project will not see the end of the day. It will not be completed. I stated reasons why this project will not be completed, and I will restate those reasons here again later. However, this is an unfortunate report, but the most unfortunate aspect of all of this is that Nigerians do not even care what happened to them or their money. Most Nigerians are so passionate about politics than they are passionate about policies. To some Nigerians, politics is more like supporting a football club. They see politics as a means of banter on social media. That's the reason why you see someone coming out to say, I am a bat idiot, I am articulated FC, I am obedient FC. Most of these people identify with a particular candidate are not doing that because of the candidate ideology, because of the candidate track record, because of his policies, antecedent, or the willingness to do the right thing, but they are sentimentally attached to that candidate. Tinubu is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he has supporters all over the country. These people come on social media to defend the policies and the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu without anything to show for it. They hold Bola Ahmed Tinubu to high esteem. Ask them one simple policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that will change the life of the ordinary Nigerians. They will not tell you any of his policies, but to them, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best thing that has ever happened to this country. When you criticize the government and policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they see you like someone that does not love Nigeria. They see you like an emergency lover of Nigeria. To them, patriotism is when they support the president, even when the president is doing the wrong thing. Ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the president, he has been doing everything shade of wrong in this country. There is no policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu out there that is geared at emulating the suffering of ordinary Nigerians. But yet, some persons are still defending and supporting this same man that has unleashed untold hardship on the people. In the space of 5 days, over 80 innocent and ordinary Nigerians died in this country because they were scrambling and begging for food. These people went out to partake in a food sharing event and they died because of stampede. You need to understand the high level of poverty and hunger that will result to the death of people who went out to beg for food. This is to show you the level of poverty that has been unleashed by the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on ordinary Nigerians. Yet, everywhere is calm. People are going about their normal businesses as if it is a normal routine in this country. It's more like a norm. The reason is because the people that were supposed to criticize the government for their bad policies are busy playing politics with their life. And if you try to criticize the government, they will call you a whaler. They will call you an emergency lover of Nigeria. When the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway filtered the airways, well-meaning Nigerians asked for this project to be stopped. From all indication, this project was not done in the best interest of Nigerians. This project will not be completed. Someone like Mr. Peter Obi advised the federal government not to undertake this project. He told them to rather focus on rehabilitating the existing roads in the country. He went as far as listing all the bad roads in the 6 geopolitical zones in this country and asked the federal government to focus on maintaining this road. That maintaining this road will boost the economy more than building the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. But people who are more concerned about playing politics told Mr. Peter Obi that he is a hater of the Southwest. Even Dave Umahi came out and criticized Mr. Peter Obi. He called Mr. Peter Obi a hater. He called Mr. Peter Obi an evil person. He said Mr. Peter Obi is fighting the people against the president. Some Nigerians even turned it to a tribal stuff. They said that Mr. P2B is doing this because it is not connected to the southeast. They said Mr. P2B is a hater of the people from the south. But Mr. P2B was speaking based on the available information regarding this monstrous project. Almost a year after that project was awarded, the minister is coming to highlight hurdles that they've encountered in this project. This kind of hurdles highlights the lack of comprehensive planning and impact assessment during the project's initial phase.
Yes, you mentioned the ESIA is currently being carried out by...
Sister, I was raised in the village. Me, I'm not here for me.
Well,
so
sorry,
try to speak.
I can't help the way I speak. You mentioned that the ESIA was being carried out at the moment. The EIA Act of 1992.
I need interpreter.
Well, you have enough people next to you. The EIA Act of 1992 states that an EIA must be approved by the Federal Ministry of Environment before the commencement of any project.
No,
unless an exemption
it's
has
not
been
done
given.
so. There is preliminary approval. There is final approval.
Has an exemption been given? And if so, if you have the preliminary approval...
Exemption of what?
For the project to start without the final approval. If you have the preliminary approval, can this be shared?
We are following due process.
So can we have a copy of the
It is federal government that
approval?
gives the approval. It's not you.
So can we have a copy of the preliminary approval?
We have the approval.
And you can make that public to the media?
Everything in order.
Okay, thank you.
That's an Arise TV presenter. During the public hearing of this project, she asked the Minister of Work about the impact assessment of this project. But rather than answering her, the Minister of Work simply made mockery of her important question. Till date, the impact assessment of this project is not being made available. It shows that there was no impact assessment conducted for this project. An impact assessment will determine the environmental impact of this project to the community and the environment. It will highlight any problem that will be encountered during the construction of this project. If an impact assessment was conducted, it would have helped to solve the hurdles that the Minister of Work is highlighting that they've encountered so far. But no, we are in a country where things are done anyhow and people do anything because they will go scot-free. This is the same country that President Muhammadu Buhari spent billions of dollars in search of crude oil in the north. Till date, nobody is talking anything about that crude oil. That crude oil is not adding any 1 naira into the Federation account. President Muhammadu Buhari is working freely today. It is the same country that President Muhammadu Buhari and his minister said they want to give Nigeria Air. Billions of dollars was spent on that project, but that project is non-existent today. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody has been prosecuted for wasting taxpayer money. They embark on such projects without any impact assessment. Tell me why Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his ministers will not continue on that same trajectory, because no one has been prosecuted for wasting Nigerian taxpayer money. Another reason why the project was bound to fail was because there was no competitive and transparent bidding in the award of that project. The project was single-handedly handed over to the High-Tech Construction Company, a company that is owned by Gilbert Chogri, a confidant of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The absence of a transparent bidding process undermines the credibility of the project and it opens door for corruption. I mentioned Gilbert Chogri. We'll talk about Gilbert Chogri later. Again, this project was done without deliberation on the floor of the National Assembly. A project of this magnitude needs to be deliberated upon on the floor of the National Assembly. There is need to deliberate the feasibility of this project. There is need to deliberate the impact of this project. There is need to deliberate the funding of this project. There is need to deliberate the benefits of this project to the economy. There is need to deliberate the importance of this project at this critical point in our history. But no, all of this was overruled, and they simply awarded a project of 15 trillion naira to a confidant of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Another reason why this project was bound to fail is because they went about destroying properties and businesses belonging to Nigerians worth billions of naira. One of such important businesses that was destroyed that drew so much attention and criticism from well-meaning Nigerians was an ecosystem belonging to Paul Owunibe called Landmark Beach. Landmark Beach houses an ecosystem of business with 4,000 workers paying billions of naira to the Lagos State revenue as tax. Landmark Beach was worth over $200 million, but the federal government went ahead to destroy this ecosystem because they wanted to build a coastal highway. They destroyed this ecosystem, rendering 4,000 Nigerians jobless. Not only did they render these Nigerians jobless, they destroyed one of the best tourist attraction center in the whole of West Africa. Now let us talk about the man that this project was awarded to. The project was awarded to Gilbert Chogri, a controversial figure with a shadowy history dating back to Abacha regime. Chogri was a known confidant of former dictator Sani Abacha. He was implicated in laundering funds during one of Nigeria's most corrupt administration. Chogri was indicted by the United States of America for helping Sani Abacha to launder billions of dollars. Issa Bagudu, who is Tinubu Minister of Budget and Planning, the same man that also budgeted and planned this project, was also indicted for helping Sani Abacha to launder billions of dollars during his administration. It was also reported that one of the ways that Sani Abacha was able to easily launder this money was through inflated contracts. It is not surprising that two of the prominent figures that help Abacha to launder money are with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. One is working for him as his Minister of Budget and Planning. The other one is his confidant, who was awarded a 15 trillion naira project without any competitive bidding, without any due process, without any deliberation on the floor of the National Assembly. Something was fishy from the beginning, and we told Nigerians about it, but they bluff it away in the name of politics. Awarding this monstrous contract to Gilbert Chogri raises serious concern about the government intentions regarding this project. Was this project a genuine attempt at developing the country or a mere facade for money laundering? You already know the answer. Again, Landmark Beach is situated within the Eco Atlantic, and Gilbert Chogri has interest in the Eco Atlantic project. By granting Gilbert Chogri control over the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project shows that the government may just be paving way for him to exploit strategic access to the Eco-Atlantic. Doing this will further consolidate his economic empire at the expense of public interest. Eco-Atlantic is a prime real estate development valued in billions of dollars, and gaining influence in this zone could provide Chogri with unparalleled leverage in Lagos' economic landscape. And of course, Paul Owinibe was a real competitor to Gilbert Chogri access to Eco-Atlantic. From all indication, it appears that the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway was less about infrastructural development and more about advancing vested interests. Chogri involvement, coupled with the project's lack of transparency, suggests a deliberate scheme to siphon public funds and facilitate access to strategic economic zones like the Eco-Atlantic. This is the reason why over the decade, with billions of dollars spent into infrastructure, Nigeria is yet to achieve real infrastructural development in this country. This is the Ember period. Nigerians are still struggling to travel to their various homes for Christmas celebration on the road because our roads are bad. The government is here to connect various cities in this country with train, but rather than holding the government accountable and asking the government to do the right thing to develop this country, many Nigerians will choose to play politics. Many Nigerians will choose to banter with their life. Many Nigerians will choose to defend a government that is adding no real value to their life. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.